Hello, happy Thursday, everybody. I should have checked on my hair. No big deal. I wanted to hop on here for Wellness 101 this week. I have three little boys in the background of my house, so hopefully they don't barge in. Okay, so I have been teaching a course actually through the Canadian School of Natural Nutrition, and this is an adult course with adult learners, and it's kind of an introduction to nutrition and like the different parts of nutrition and what it means for the body. Okay, and so while I was teaching this course on Tuesday night, there was a part where we were talking about phytonutrients, and so then I was able to explain what free radicals are, what systemic inflammation is, how it causes disease in the body, and why antioxidants are so important. And I feel like these are a lot of words that get thrown around, but most people, when we start talking about it, it's like wah 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 wah. It's like, what does that actually mean? there are a lot of words that get thrown together, and it's like, what does it actually mean? And I even had a student in the class who is starting to study nutrition, and she said, look, I've been trying to understand the concept of free radicals and what they do in the body, and I've read over in the book several times the part where it explains it, and it's just not clicking in my head. And so I was able to do a quick 2-minute explanation in class, and she's like, oh my God, you totally just nailed it. Like it makes so much sense now. And so the reason that this is important is systemic inflammation is a precursor to disease in the body and illness in the body, okay? It happens because of a poor diet, essentially. So if you're eating a lot of fast foods, a lot of prepared foods, hydrogenated oils, artificial sweeteners, these sorts of things, a lot of sugar, they can start to cause systemic inflammation, okay? And this inflammation, if it's not fixed and kind of washed out of our body, it can kind of sit there, and it starts to cause problems in the cells and cellular metabolism. It just basically throws a wrench into how our body works and makes us start to feel like crap, okay? So there is a way to kind of fix it, and that's the whole idea of antioxidants, okay? So antioxidants clear out what causes this inflammation. And where we get the inflammation from is the free radicals. So here's how I explained it in class, where the students were actually like, oh, wow, like that finally clicks, yay. So basically what happens when we take food into our body, our cells burn the nutrients, okay? They metabolize it. So basically they use the carbohydrates or they use the calories to produce energy and do the things that our body is meant to do. And our cells, the way they burn this fuel, it's almost like a car engine burning gas, okay? And this process creates a bit of exhaust, essentially just like exhaust coming out the exhaust pipe of a car engine, okay? And so then that is what free radicals are. It's basically a byproduct of cellular metabolism, and it's kind of an exhaust. But the trouble is these free radicals are very unstable, and when they're not neutralized quickly, then they can start to cause a lot of damage. So what I said in class was picture a bunch of unsupervised 4-year-olds, right? Just running around destroying everything. They're like 4-year-old pirates, you know, they take what they can get, they give nothing back, and they smash whatever they don't care about. So picture all these 4-year-olds running around in chaos. That's what free radicals do, okay? And so when they're banging into cells and kind of just destroying everything, then picture the adults showing up. After this has happened for a little while, picture the adults showing up. So that's like the systemic inflammation. The adults are going to be mad. They're going to be inflamed, okay? And so they angrily try to clean up the mess that all these 4-year-olds have been creating. All right, but what the body really needs is antioxidants. So antioxidants, anytime you eat fruits and vegetables that have bright color, bright flavor, are very close or raw, very close to their grown form, these are packed full of phytonutrients. and packed full of antioxidants. Okay, so what antioxidants do is they come and they scoop up the 4-year-olds and they get them all under control. They like neutralize the 4-year-olds and then shift them out. It's almost like sending the 4-year-olds to play school or to the day home, right? Or to grandma's house. It makes everything better. And so essentially this is a process. So when you have a lot of free radicals in your body, and you're not eating enough of the grown vegetables to kind of clean up the trouble that they're causing, well, then that's where you get to the point of systemic inflammation, and where this can actually cause illness and disease in your body. So you have to be very careful to make sure you clean it up. And so anyways, this is the process, and that's why it's important, because it absolutely can start to lead to disease and damage within your body if you're not being aware that you're actually cleaning up the mess with lots of healthy fruits and vegetables, grown type foods. So there you have it. That's the process of what free radicals do, how you can clean them up, and how you can keep them from causing illness and damage within your body. And so there are a few quicker ways, like shortcut ways, that you can kind of get these phytonutrients or antioxidants into your body. One of my favorite ways, it's like the easiest way ever, I take a whole food concentrate, and this whole food concentrate, or kind of berry powder, vegetable and berry powder that I take, is very high in phytonutrients. And it cleans up that oxidation, it cleans up the 4-year-olds, sends them back to bed so that they're not causing chaos in the body. And it's just a simple capsule. And so I do that in my family every day. My kids take them every day, because that gives us a little bit of wiggle room for when we do kind of step outside and have a burger or have an ice cream or whatever. It kind of helps us clean up that mess a little bit more easily. So that's one way. Another way is having a veggie pack shake in the morning. So a lot of times I pack like a lot of greens and a lot of berries and just a lot of fresh foods into my breakfast in the morning, because then I already have like 4 or 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in my day before like 9 o'clock and like 9 a.m. So then that's a really good way to really concentrate some of these phytonutrients into your diet without making like huge shifts in what you're doing, right? So that's another way I love to do that. Yeah, there's a few different shortcuts. Making sure you have a salad for lunch, so even if your supper isn't 100%, well, then once again, you're getting in those veggies. It's kind of like being on a teeter-totter. Sometimes you can get away with feeding your soul a little bit more often, as long as you're making sure you're getting those good, high-quality nutrients in. So anyways, if you just hopped on, go back to the beginning of the explanation. It's kind of a fun one. And if this is something that's really interesting you feel like you have some systemic inflammation in your body and you're kind of concerned about it, like if you have edema present, or if you have a lot of soreness, or if you're really low energy, these are some hints that maybe you have a little bit of systemic inflammation going on and you need to clean up some of those free radicals. Let me know. You can drop a like, or you can drop a comment on here, and we should chat, because there's a very simple way to clean these up and just help you to feel better in your everyday life. So anyways, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Oh, I just made a mess. Maybe I'm a 4-year-old, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you're all having a fantastic day and have a wonderful weekend as well. Talk again soon.